Hey, Sister Thrifters, it's Renee from Sisters Thrift-Michigan. I wanted to chat with you a little bit about a haul I had last week. It was a very small, when I say haul, it wasn't much of a haul, but I was at Gateway Mission Thrift Store in Holland, Michigan. It is one of my frequent stops. I find many things at Gateway. That day, I did not find many things, which was good. I mean, I didn't need anything, but I was just detoxing off of work. I was enjoying my walking around the store. Gateway benefits homeless shelters in our area and helps those who are unhoused. So it is something I really truly enjoy supporting, and I love a good thrift. So anyway, that day I was having a rough time. I did not see anything. And so as I was getting ready to walk out, I walked down the china aisle and I happened to look down and see something that looked a little bit familiar. When I was married, my mother and my mother-in-law encouraged me strongly to register for china. And my mother also encouraged me to register for the china that she had. So hers was a Lenox pattern, and it was called Eclipse. And I will show you just a little bit of a plate from Eclipse. This is her china pattern. It's beautiful. This is the back. And it was very expensive at the time. Since that time, I had a lovely large box of china that lived in my basement for many years. My mother passed away, and when she did, I inherited her portion of the Lenox china. My sisters both had china. They did not want it, and I had the coordinating china. So I have not been in need of china for years. I have not that large of a family. However, I now have grandchildren who have come along, and as much as I very much love them, I am a little hesitant to put out the china that costs so much money. I don't know why. It's just, I guess it was ingrained into me that you need to kind of protect that. So anyway, back to my story. I was at Gateway. I looked down and there was a china that looks similar. It was Lenox. I knew it before I even looked at it, but it was called Olympus. And I will show you the plate from Olympus. So it is not as ornate as mine was. It just had a gold rim. This is the back of it, so you can see the Lenox. So I looked at it and they had 7 plates. The plates were $1.99 a piece. When I looked to the side, there was a stack of 11 smaller bread and butter plates. The bread and butter plates, which I would also call a dessert plate, were 2 for 99 cents. Okay. I tried to walk away. I did. I walked down the aisle. I was talking to, I believe it was my daughter on the phone, or maybe it was my sister, and said, I do not need china. I do not need more china. But then I got off the phone with them and I wandered back there and I looked at them again. And I thought, I can't leave these behind. They were literally, $14 for the plates, and a handful of dollars then for the bread and butter plates. So I put them in my cart. I went up to get cashed out. I got up to the register, and I was told by the cashier, oh, our plates, if you buy 10 of them, are $10. Then he rang up my whole order. My whole order was $15 and some change with the tax. $15. This china is expensive. I've looked at it on replacements. It's not like I needed it. It's not like I even had to find a place to put it. But I'm going to tell you, having those littles in my house, I never want them to feel less than when I go to put out any of the china or things like that. But I feel a lot better about putting out something that looks just like everybody else has for them, but costs me $15 at the thrift store. I have found many, many things at the thrift store that I've been able to mix and match in with my china. I found other Linux pieces. At Christmas time, I'll show you. I have a set of Christmas china that I found at a thrift store that I couldn't pass up. That was Linux. So I'm just wanting to share this one with you because this was a silver tuna, as my sister would say. It was just the best feeling to come home and clean those off and put them in. And now I did a little tablescape here so you can see what they look like. I have thrifted part of the items on the table, a water goblet and the plates and the small plates. And I have also thrifted the candlesticks that are on the table. So with no further ado, I just wanted to share this with you because sometimes I know that young people are probably not really looking for china, and I know that many people are getting rid of china. We find it all the time. One of my favorite places to go with my sister in Chicago area is called Thrift and Dollar. One of the trends that we've seen at Thrift and Dollar is that many people are out there using china that they thrift for their wedding reception. We ran into a young couple buying all different kinds of china there. And then they said they were going to keep their favorite things and then just give back the ones that they were not interested in keeping. So it is an interesting trend. Hopefully, I'm hoping my kids will want to keep mine. I don't know if they will, but in the meantime, I'm really planning on using it because this is something that I've had in, just for most of my marriage sitting in a box in the basement. And now I've got it upstairs. I've got it in a little cabinet and I can use it at will. It's all clean and ready to go. So without further ado, here's my table. So I just want to show you just how beautiful this all is together. Having the extra plates, the extra bread and butter plates, those can serve as dessert plates, and I am super excited to be able to add them to my collection for such an inexpensive price. My husband says we ought to use them every single day. Metal rims don't do well in a microwave, so that may not happen, but we definitely will use them much more often than we did before. And I just want to add that this, as I said, was a thrifted glass goblet. This is one that we registered for back in the day. So very different, but coordinated well on the table. Mixing and matching all of this. These are thrifted candlesticks and thrifted candles. I found they were actually at an estate sale, and I found them online for about $60 a box. So I was really excited to get those. I really tried to do most of my decoration with thrifting, so I really feel like this was a win. It was a small haul, but I can't beat it. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope that this inspires you to maybe take a look at Gateway if you're in the area in Holland. If you are not and you have a wonderful thrift store and would like to share that, some people don't want to share them because, they're trying to keep it to themselves. But I will definitely share, especially on one like this, because I feel like their mission is important. I also feel like it's important to look for the joy in what you find. I definitely find so many things that are interesting, and you don't have to buy everything. It's just fun to look. So I hope that this is something that you're enjoying. If you are, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Happy thrifting.